Hello students, welcome to management accounting class. In today's class we are going to start with the preparation of cash flow statement. Okay, so this question will come for 15 marks, preparation of cash flow statement. First I will read the problem. Prepare cash flow statement from the below given statements of assets and liabilities with additional information. Okay, so in additional information they have given dividend paid rupees 3500, land was purchased for rupees 10,000, goodwill written off rupees 5,000 and debentures paid off rupees 6,000. Okay, and these are the statements of assets and liabilities for the year 2018 and 19. In equity and liabilities side we have shareholders funds, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. The total equity and liabilities are rupees 1,02,400 for the year 2018, and for the year 2019 it is 1,02,400. Okay, in asset side we have non-current assets and current assets, and the total is 1,02,400 for both the years. Okay, and these are the notes to the balance sheet. Note 1 is share capital, note 2 is reserves and surplus, note 3 is debentures, note 4 is trade payables, note 5 is tangible assets, note 6 is intangible assets, note 7 is inventories, note 8 is trade receivables, and note 9 is cash and cash equivalents. Okay, so with this information we need to prepare cash flow statement as per accounting standard 3 as well as per traditional method. Okay, so any one method they may ask in the exam, so you can solve both the way. Okay, actually right now practically we have to prepare cash flow statement as per revised only, as per accounting standard 3 revised, but for your syllabus you can solve the cash flow statement, or you can prepare the cash flow statement as per traditional method as well. Okay, so this is the format of cash flow statement as per traditional method. So write in the next line solution, heading is cash flow statement. Okay, in cash flow statement as per revised accounting standard 3, the activities are divided into three types. First one is cash flows from operating activities, cash flows from investing activities, and last one cash flows from financing activities. So what is the cash flow in all these three activities, that we have to calculate individually, and the balance of cash in hand and cash at bank, that we need to calculate with the help of this format. Okay, so right here first one, cash flows from operating activities. Okay, after that next line write profit as per the profit and loss account. Now check the profit given in the problem. As per profit and loss account it is 10,040 rupees and 10,560. Okay, so profit for the year 2018 was 10,040 rupees, whereas in the year 2019 it is 10,560, which means that like from 10,040 rupees it is increased to 10,560. So how much profit is earned by the firm in this year? Rupees 520. Okay, so how this 520 has come? 10,040 rupees minus 10,560, this. Okay, next line, add non-operating expenses debited to profit and loss account. So what are the non-operating expenses have been given in the problem, that we need to check, and those non-operating expenses we have to add back in the net profit. Okay, so we can get this information in additional information. First one is dividend paid. So dividend paid is an expenses debited to profit and loss account, so that we have to add back how much? 3,500. Now next we have goodwill written off, because second one is land was purchased for rupees 10,000, will not come here as non-operating expenses. Goodwill written off, it is expenses. So how much goodwill written off? 5,000. Okay, and debentures paid off will come in the financing activities. Okay, so total non-operating expenses only we have two, 3,500 plus 5,000, so it is 8,500. Okay, 8,500. So 520 plus 8,500 is 9,200, 9,020 rupees. Okay, ₹20. From this 9,020 rupees, we have to deduct what? Non-operating incomes credited to profit and loss account. Okay, so how non-operating expenses debited to profit and loss account, we have add back in the profit. The same way, if we have taken any non-operating incomes in the credit side of profit and loss account, that we have to deduct. But in this problem there are no any non-operating incomes given, so we can put a dash here. So 9,020 rupees is the operating profit before adjustments of working capital changes. Okay, same 9,020 rupees. Okay, calculation are similar to funds from operation and calculation of cash from operations. Okay, so here a little changes is been done. Now next what? Adjustment of working capital. So adjustment of working capital is nothing but increase or decrease in the amount of current assets and current liabilities. That effects we have to find out here. Okay, now first one is decrease in current asset. Okay, so decrease in current asset we have to take. Now check the current assets given in the problem. We have three current assets: inventories, trade receivables and cash equivalents. The details are here. Inventories is stock 49,200 and 42,700, which means there is a decrease in the inventories. So we have to write here the amount of decrease in inventories. Okay, how much decrease? 49,200 minus 42,700 is equal to 6,500. Okay, 6,500. If you want, you can show this calculation in bracket. 49,200 minus 42,700, by which later you should not get confused. Okay, now next current assets we need to check. Next one is sundry debtors. The amount of sundry debtors is 14,200 in 2018, and in 2019 it is 16,900, which means increase in current assets, so it will not come here. Cash at bank, it will come. Okay, there is a decrease in the cash at bank. The amount of cash at bank decrease here. The amount of cash at bank is decreased in the year 2019, but in the calculation of cash flow statement, we know that we don't supposed to take this cash and cash equivalent. Okay, so only stock will come here. Okay, because this is the balance we need to find out, so it will not come in the calculation. Except cash and cash equivalent, we have to take all current assets. Okay, so next one is increase in current liabilities. Here is the list of current liabilities. In current liabilities we have trade payables, and trade payables includes sundry creditors. The amount of sundry creditors is increase. How much increase in the amount of sundry creditors? See here, 10,360 10,360 minus 11,840. Okay, minus 11,840. So the amount is 1,480. Okay, 1,480 is the amount of sundry creditors increase in sundry creditors. Now make the total and take it in outer column. 6,500 plus 1,480, because there is only one current liabilities. So the total is 7,980. 7,980 is sundry creditors. Adjustment of working capital. Okay, now next what? Add this 7,980 into 9,020. So it will come 17,000. From this 17,000 we need to deduct increase in current asset and decrease in current liabilities, because the calculation, the adjustment of working capital we are doing here. Here we have added notional cash received. Now we need to deduct what? Notional cash paid. Okay, so first one is less increase in current assets. So first current asset was stock, that we have taken here. Next is sundry debtors. There is increase in the amount of sundry debtors. From 14,200 it has become 16,900. Okay, so 14,200 minus 16,900. Okay, 16,900. So the difference is 2,700. Okay, so the difference is 2,700. Next one is decrease in current liabilities. We have only one liabilities, and that we have taken here. So now make the total will be same only, 2,700. Deduct this 2,700 from 17,000. The balance will be 14,300. Okay, the balance is 14,300. So this is the cash from operations before tax. Okay, next line, deduct the tax amount if it is given in the problem. But in the problem we don't know the they have not given the amount of tax paid, so put a dash here. Okay, in the next line write same amount, 14,300, 14,300, and in front of this what will come? Net cash from operating activities. Okay, so this is the net cash from operating activities. Okay, I hope you understood the calculation. It is similar to calculation of cash from operations. Okay, but format of this as per revised statement is little different. Next one, second one is cash flow from investing activities. Okay, so whatever capital or sources of cash you have received, in which assets or for what purposes you have used that cash, or like what is the investment you have done, that all information will come here in cash flow from investing activities. Okay, now here you can check in the adjustment. In additional information, there is no any information regarding sale of any assets. Okay, and here in tangible asset you can check, we have only one tangible assets, that is land, and the amount of land is increased, which means there is purchase of land. Okay, purchase of land. So here we don't have any cash receipt from sale of fixed asset. Okay, we can put a dash. Next one, so the total will be 0, nil. Now next one is cash payment for the purchase of land. Here in note also we can understand easily, and in additional information they have given about the purchase of land. Okay, see this adjustment, land was purchased for rupees 10,000. Okay, so this is nothing but payment made by the firm for the purchase of fixed asset 10,000. So firm has invested 10,000 rupees in the purchase of fixed asset, so the total is 10,000. Okay, and this 10,000 is what? Payment. Okay, you have made the payment, so it is like outflow of cash. Okay, outflow of cash. Now next we need to find out, now see here we don't have any receipt of cash, but we have payment of cash. Now tell me, what will be the net cash from investing activities, whether it will be a positive balance or negative balance? It is negative balance. Why? We don't have any cash receipt. So here 10,000. How this 10,000 has come? We have to denote it by minus sign. Okay, A minus B, not A minus B. 1 is 0, 2 is 10,000 payment. So our net cash from investing activities is rupees 10,000. Okay, the same amount we have to take it in the outer column, minus 10,000. Understood? Why minus 10,000? Because we don't have any receipt from the sale of fixed asset, but we have made the payments for the purchase of land, that is fixed asset. Okay, now next one is third activities, cash flow from financing activities. Okay, while issuing the capital, or how the firm has issued capital, so how the firm has made the repayment or redemption of capital, so that information we have to take here. So what is the flow of cash in financing activities, we have to calculate. Now first one is issue of share capital, like how we have prepared the ledger account for the preparation of funds flow statement, same way we can prepare here ledger account to avoid the confusion, but here the adjustments are very less, so we can aramse find out whether there is a purchase of fixed asset or sale of fixed asset, or there is a purchase of increase in fixed liabilities or decrease in fixed liabilities. Okay, so here what will come first? Issue of shares for cash. Now check the share capital and tell me whether there is a issue of share capital or no. Equity share of rupees 10 each. In 2018 equity share capital, how much it was? Equity share capital was 70,000, whereas in 2019 it is 74,000, which means that there is an increase in equity share capital. How much increase in equity share capital? 4,000. Okay, so cash from issue of share capital, how much? 4,000. New share capital, how much? 4,000. So this is the receipt of cash through the share capital. Okay, now next check the note 3, long term borrowings amount is decreased, which means repayment of long term borrowings, and later on we all have only current liabilities. Okay, so there is only one issue of share capital. We don't have preference shares capital, we don't have long term other long term borrowings. Okay, so the total receipt of cash is how much? 4,000. Okay, 4,000. Now we need to check if there is any repayment or redemption of liabilities. So we have here only one long term liabilities, that is long term borrowings, 7% debentures, and there is in decrease in the amount of debentures, which means that redemption of debentures. Okay, so how much redemption of debentures? 6,000. 12,000 minus, not necessary, but we can write in bracket, minus 6,000. Okay, $6,000. So we don't have any other information relating to the financing activity. Now check the additional information. Dividend paid. Okay, so dividend we paid on what? Share capital. So this is an financing activity. So right here, dividend paid. How much dividend firm has paid? 3,500. Okay, dividend paid is 3,500. Now make the total here. 6,000 plus 3,500, the total is 9,500. This 9,500 is what? Payment of cash. Okay, so here we can write the minus sign. Now we need to find out what? Net cash flow from financing activities, that is A minus B. A is how much? 4,000. B is 9,500. Okay, so from 4,000 if you deduct, now here we take into consideration the minus sign. Okay, so 9,000 is the payment, 9,500 is the outflow of cash, whereas inflow of cash how much? 4,000. So up to 4,000 we can adjust, remaining will be net cash flow from financing activities or loss from cash flow from financing activities. How much loss? 4,000 minus 9,500, 5,500. So minus 5,500. Okay, minus 5,500. So these are the cash flows from all three activities. Now next we need to find out increase or decrease in cash and cash equivalents. Okay, how we can find out? Now what is the cash flow from, net cash flow from operating activities 14,300, okay, positive balance, plus minus 5,500, okay. So 14,300 minus 5,500, and last one, sorry, 14,300 minus 10,000 net cash flow from investing activities. So the balance is 4,300. From 4,300 we have to deduct 5,500. Again the balance is in negative. How much negative? 1,200. Okay. So here we can show the calculation. 14,300 minus 10,000. Why we are not adding here? Because 10,000 is outflow of cash and we have available receipt how much? 14,300. So this 14,300 we can utilize for the purchase of land, okay. And minus again from in financing activities also there is a negative balance, that is outflows are more and inflow is less. So the balance is 1,200. Directly we can take the amount in outer column, 1,200. Okay, so there is decrease in cash and cash equivalent. How much decrease in cash and cash equivalent? 1,200. Okay. Now here add cash and cash equivalent at the beginning of the year. You will get this information here, and that is the reason this cash and cash equivalents we have not taken in the working capital. Okay, check the amount of cash and cash equivalent at the beginning. How much it is? 9,000. Okay, so add here 9,000. So minus 1,200 plus 9,000. So balance is how much? 7,800. Okay. Now what is this 7,800? 7,800 is cash and cash equivalent at the end of the year. Okay. So next line write cash and cash equivalent at the end of the year and verify the amount given in the balance sheet and the answer what we have calculated here, or the answer what we have got here. See, cash and cash equivalent at the end of the year how much? 7,800 as per our calculation, and check the amount of cash and cash equivalent given in the balance sheet, 7,800. Okay, you understood? So that is the reason this cash flow statement is nothing but what, like how this 9,000 has become 7,800. So the details of this we can find in this method, okay, in this statement. I hope you understood the calculation of cash flow statement as per the modern method, or as per the accounting standard 3 revised. It is indirect method. Okay. We can find out, as I said, cash flow statement as per alternative method. So that is as per traditional method. Okay. So here we will calculate as per traditional method. As I said, practically this is not done now, only like most of the time this method only will be used, but we have option over here and we can calculate as per traditional method and we'll get the same marks. There is no reduction in the marks if you solve as per traditional method. Okay, so we'll calculate now cash flow statement as per traditional method. They have not mentioned in the problem whether you should calculate it as per modern method or traditional method. So we'll calculate both in both the method. Whichever you find convenient, you can solve. You can take any traditional as well as modern method. So next line, write computation of cash from operations. You know this calculation, we have solved 2 problems on it. So the calculation will begin from the calculation of funds from operation. Okay, so here we have to take what? Net profit as per profit and loss account, closing balance. Now what is the closing balance of profit? Here you can check in note number 2, 10,560. Okay, 10,560. Next what? Add non-operating expenses. There are 2 non-operating expenses. One is dividend 3,500 and another is goodwill written off. It is 5,000. Okay, here you can check. Goodwill written off 5,000. Okay, now make the total and take it in outer column. 3,000 plus 5,000, 3,500 plus 5,000, 8,500. 8,500 we have to add it in 10,560. Okay, so the total will be 19,060 rupees. 19,060 rupees, and from this we have to deduct non-operating incomes, but in the problem we don't have any non-operating incomes, so leave that and take now net profit as per profit and loss account, opening balance. Okay, see here the opening balance is 10,040 rupees. 10,040 rupees. Okay, so deduct this 10,040 rupees from 19,060 and the balance is cash from operations. Okay, so the balance is how much? 9,020 rupees. 9,020 rupees. Next, add what? Notional cash received. In notional cash received, there is decrease in stock. Okay, we have done already this calculation, no need of repeating the same. So take the amount of stock 6,500. Okay, next there is a increase in current liabilities, that is sundry creditors. Amount is, check the amount, sundry creditors. $10,060 minus 11,040, it is 1,480. Make the total and take it in outer column. 6,500 plus 1,480 is 7,980. Add this 7,980 in 9,020, it will become 17,000. Okay, from this 17,000 deduct notional cash paid, that is increase in current asset. Here there is increase in sundry creditors. Amount is, sundry debtors amount is here 14,200 minus 16,900 and there we have shown the calculation, so directly write the amount 2700. There is no decrease in current liabilities, put a dash and take the amount in outer column 2700. 2700. So 2700 we have to deduct from 17,000. Okay, so 17,000 minus 2700, balance will be 14,300. Okay, so this 14,300 is what? Cash from operations. And here you can check in modern method or in as per AS3, cash from operating activities how much? 14,300. Okay, I hope you understood this calculation. Now next we have to prepare what? Cash flow statement. The calculation as per traditional method is very easy. Okay, so first we have to take here what? Sources of cash. Okay, so the calculation of sources of cash will be like this. First we have to take opening balance of cash. Okay, so how much is the opening balance of cash? We'll write here opening balance of cash, which is rupees 9,000. Amount of opening balance of cash, we can take it in outer column. Next, add sources of cash. Add sources of cash. Sources of cash. Okay, now the first source of cash is cash from operations. Cash from operations, rupees 14,300. Amount in inner column 14,300. Okay, next source is issue of share capital. Issue of share capital. How much issue of share capital? 4,000. Okay, we don't have any other issue of sources of cash, so directly we can make the total of sources and take it in the outer column. Okay, so 14,300 plus 4,000 is equal to how much? 18,300. Okay, so 9,000 plus 18,300, total is 27,300. Okay, 27,300. Now next is what? We have to deduct so the total source is how much? 27,300. Less what? Less application of cash or uses of cash. So tell me which all applications or uses of cash are there. Now again we need to check with the adjustment. Okay, so the first one is dividend paid. So take here dividend paid. What is the amount of dividend? 3,500. Okay, next after dividend paid we have next is purchase of land. Purchase of land, how much? 10,000. So take here 10,000. Next after that goodwill written off, we have taken in cash from operations. Debentures paid off, that is redemption of debentures. Okay, so right here redemption of debentures. How much redemption of debentures? 6,000. Okay, now make the total. $3,500 plus 10,000 plus 6,000. So the total is 19,500. Okay, total is 19,500. From 27,300 deduct 19,500, so the balance is 7,800. Okay, so what is this 7,800? Closing balance of cash. Closing balance of cash, how much? 7,800. Okay, so this is the calculation of cash flow preparation of cash flow statement as per traditional method. I hope you understood both the method, modern method as well as traditional method. So similar problem will come for 15 marks in the final examination. Okay, so this is the calculation as per AS3 revised, and this is as per traditional method. Okay, first we have calculated cash from operations and then cash flow statement. Okay, I hope you understood.